Hi, I'm Ben Bowen. Welcome to the last episode of Live TV for 2014. Today we've got Sav talking about the way she uses yoga for her everyday life in the city. Clark Webb's looking at the bike program that we ran up there with him. We've got Kat talking about her quit journey. And we've got some great tips on how to stay healthy and fit with the festive season coming up.
So my dad grounded me. I haven't even been smoking that long. I know smoking is bad, but it can't be that bad because he smokes too.
Lillian, I'm home. Children learn from those they admire. What are you teaching them?
What are you doing? Where'd you get that from?
Quit for yourself, quit for your family, quit for life.
First up, we have Savannah, who's a University of New South Wales student. She's studying engineering in Sydney. She's talking with Josh about how she uses yoga for her everyday healthy lifestyle and stress relief.
So Yama guys, we're here on this wet morning with Savannah Joseph. She's an Indigenous uni student going to University of New South Wales, and we're going to do some yoga this morning, run through the Life app and have a little bit of a yarn. So Savannah, whereabouts are you from?
My tribe is Woodity tribe up in Cape York.
Yep.
I'm from Cairns, North Queensland.
Cool, so what are you studying at university?
I'm studying a Bachelor of Civil and Environmental Engineering at University of New South Wales.
So in the Lifestyle app, you said that you have takeaway 2 to 3 times a week. Can you sort of give us a guide on why that is? Is it because of time, cost, or?
It's usually because of time. I'm usually on the go all the time, and it's just easier just grabbing something from McDonald's or from a fast food restaurant. I know it's very bad for me. It's turned into a bit of a habit now, and I've got to break that.
So what are a couple of things that you think that you'll be able to do to sort of break this habit and not eat so much takeaway?
Well, I could wake up in the morning early, probably pack a couple of nuts in my bag or some fruit and vegetable to eat on the go, which would be a lot healthier and fill me up a lot quicker and be a lot more nutritious for me.
Another thing is that you also said that you only really drink on the weekends, and it's usually about 5 to 7 drinks on the weekends. So
yeah, I'm a bit of a binger when it comes to drinking, which isn't healthy for me, obviously.
Yeah.
So I have to definitely cut back a lot.
Cool. So when you're out as well, do you smoke, or are you around people that smoke?
Yes, I'm around a lot of people who smoke.
And how does that affect your time when you go out and you feel sick from the cigarette smoke, or do you feel that you're sort of pressured and you want to have a smoke? Or?
I never feel pressured into it, as I was growing up in a family of non-smokers, but I am surrounded by smokers a lot of the time, and I have slight asthma, and I feel like I do react from it, but I just have to be careful in that respect.
In the app you say that you eat vegetables about once or twice a day. In what sort of meals do you eat that? At lunch and dinner mainly, or?
For breakfast, I try to have a piece of fruit before or after breakfast. At lunch, I always try to eat salad, and for snacks, I usually have like a banana or a mandarin. I find it's easiest for me, and it's really quick to do.
Yep.
For dinner, I always make sure I have vegetables on my plate, and I always have a glass of water around.
So is there any tricks, like when you're studying throughout the day, or when you're at uni and you're running to and from class all the time, is there any tricks that you have to sort of keep healthy food around?
I'm usually really bad at all that stuff, so I'm usually end up very hungry in class, and I can't concentrate and I'm really fidgety, so I really do have to work on that.
Yeah. So again, it would just be the consistency of waking up a little bit earlier and preparing your meals maybe the night before. Another thing is that you said that you have about 4 hours sleep every night, or a little bit less.
I usually go to bed really late, and I wake up really early. This is just because I'm not the most organised person.
Yep.
And sleep isn't really first priority for me, though it should be, as it affects my entire day, how I am in study and whatnot.
So how often do you do yoga and exercise?
I do it about 4 times a week. Yeah.
How long do you do yoga for?
Usually about for an hour or half an hour, depending how much time I have on my hands.
So what are some of the benefits for yoga and how has it sort of like helped you?
Well, I started yoga off as a stress relief for me because uni is quite a lot to, it's a big load. And I find that there's a meditative, a flexibility and a strength side to it. And I find it's the perfect combination for me. And I feel very relaxed. I have slight scoliosis and I have found that it helps a lot with my back and I don't have back pains anymore.
Cool.
I sleep better. I found that I've been eating healthier. There's a lot of benefits. I've found that I've been focusing a lot more.
Cool.
Yeah.
So where's your favourite place to do yoga in?
My favourite place to do yoga is doing it outside. You get the fresh air, get your mind flowing, and there's things to see, and it's fresh air. But a lot of the time I have to do it in my room as I'm short for time. But even just a very, very small space and you can do yoga. It's very inexpensive. I'm self-taught yoga, but I have gone to a couple of lessons, even just hiring out a book from the library and doing a couple of moves from there. And there's heaps of, on the internet, there's heaps of programs you can follow and moves you can try and do. It's good.
Are you the smoker in the family? Do you know how concerned your loved ones are for you? How many times have you told them you'll quit? Do you realise how important you are to them? Remember, traditional smoke heals. Tobacco smoke kills.
Your habit affects more people than just you. Quit for yourself, quit for family, quit for life.
Up next we have Kat, who's been part of our healthy lifestyle programs for a while now. She's just joined the Active Family Transport program to try to engage a little bit more with using bikes to get around the city. She's also talking about her quit journey. Okay, so today we're here with Kat. We met through the Weave program in Waterloo. We've done a lot of programs with her already around her journey with smoking, and today we're going to take her right into the next level and get her accessing a few more actions. Is that going to kill us? All right. So tell us a little bit about your bike. How long have we had it?
I've probably had my bike for about the last 6 months. It came to me on the side of the road being chucked out.
Yep, nice recycled job.
Yes, that's right. So I just had to what did I have to do to it? Not much at all. I think put a bell on it and then that's about it. And then I tried to stick this on with cable ties because that's all the tools I had, but yeah.
That's stable. So how often do you ride and where are you going? What type of riding are you doing?
Well, I'm probably riding every single day that it's not raining.
Yep.
Ride from Glebe to Waterloo. Also go for bike rides on the weekend over at Potts Point just for fun.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I ride over at Surrey Hills. I ride everywhere now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Is there anything in particular about the bikes that you would like to learn?
Yeah, the basic maintenance.
Basic
definitely.
maintenance, like the day-to-day cleaning and tuning?
all that kind of thing. And definitely I'd know how to I want to know how to change the tyres.
All right, perfect.
Yeah. Oh, and brakes too, actually, because, yeah.
Brakes, all right. Well, what we've got today is we're going to piece together a little flat bar commuter for you. We've got a lovely little carriage there to help you get the young one around and get some of the shopping and stuff done. So tell us a little bit about your smoking.
Like, what do you want to know?
Well, how many cigarettes a day would you say you're having?
Minimum 10, but if I'm a bit stressed, it can be more than that.
A few more?
Yeah. I think I definitely use it as a stress relief. Like I get a bit upset or anything like that. It's like, yeah, I'm going outside for a cigarette.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been smoking since I was 16.
And what do you remember about taking up smoking? What was it?
Well, my first cigarette was 14 and I just wanted to have a go, so I just asked a random person to buy me a packet.
Yeah.
And I hid out the back and smoked by myself. But then I didn't really full-time smoke till I was 16, and that ended up because I left school and then I was working and I was the only one at work under 21 and everyone else smoked, so I just started smoking.
Yeah. So a bit of the old company situation.
Yeah.
So how quickly, when you wake up in the morning, how quickly would you have a cigarette?
As soon as I get up.
As soon as you get up?
Yeah.
And is that because you feel like you need it, or it's a bit of a habit?
Yeah, just a habit. It's almost like the morning coffee type thing.
Morning coffee? Do you have a
Yeah.
coffee while you have a cigarette, or
Yeah.
you?
I sure do.
Oh. So what challenges do you think you're going to face with quitting?
Well, definitely when I feel a little bit stressed, that's going to be my biggest thing, I reckon.
Look, it's always something to consider, because I mean, when we talk about quitting smoking, we look at nicotine dependence and how many cigarettes you're having and the need for that. But a lot of people find it's harder to deal with the emotional or the behaviour side of smoking.
Yeah.
So it's really key, and I mean, we try not to lecture anyone on it, and it's just about understanding that when you're going to have a quit attempt,
Yeah.
you sort of got to see the whole picture for yourself and, plan around that. And that's what we try to do. And a lot of it is you sort of understanding your own environment and your own triggers,
Yeah.
so that we can best support it and predict what's going to happen as well. So what do you got planned for Christmas? Are you staying in Sydney, or are you going away, or
No, I'm going up to Tweed actually. My parents live up there, so
a bit of family time?
yeah. And then Christmas Day will be in Brisbane with the grandparents and all that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How do you see that affecting your quit attempt? Is it going to be a good thing or a bad thing? Or?
Well, not a lot of my family smokes,
Yeah.
so in that respect, I mean, I'll be staying at my parents' place and none of them smoke,
Yeah.
so
So it could be quite a helpful thing.
yeah,
Could be quite a challenging thing as well.
yeah, yeah.
So have you seen or have you had a thought about how you would quit? Or what
Yeah.
your quit would look like?
Well, the first thing I'm going to try is the lozenges.
Yeah, and where'd you get them from? Like a Woolworths or?
Nah, just a local chemist.
Yeah. And where did you hear about the lozenges? What was it about the lozenges that took you?
Just from feedback I'd heard, I got told that they kind of work pretty quickly, like within the first 10 to 15 minutes, and yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently, if you smoke like around the 10 or under, like patches aren't really the thing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try the lozenges.
Means we don't have to get a wrench in there and.
Yeah, screw wrenches. My uncle fixes old cars and he still has all the old tools.
Oh.
Like manual everything. And I'm like, what are you doing, Uncle Harry?
That's it. So you will
lets
get.
you move quite a lot, doesn't it?
It's supposed to allow you to ride normally. So you got the bike, we're all ready to go. So you got your lozenges. You're going to give that a go?
Yep. Giving the lozenges a go.
Yep.
Hopefully that'll help for like the first morning cigarette, and then.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're confident about how to use them? Just suck for a little bit and then
Yep.
park it in your mouth?
Yep.
Perfect. And how about we catch up next week or the week after, just to see how the bike goes, and we can
Yep.
talk about how you're going with the quitting.
Awesome. Thanks,
Excellent.
guys.
No worries.
just got home. You're going to the gym? Yeah, I wanted to go too. At 7? Yeah, that key max class.
What are you doing in Mum's bag? You better not be looking for her smokes.
Your habit affects more people than just you. Quit for yourself, quit for family, quit for life.
Up next was Clark Webb, who was nice enough to invite us up to Coffs Harbour to run some programs with the local mob up there.
My name's Clark Webb. I've been coordinating a program in Coffs Harbour for the last 3 years called Bulletin Mura Nyungan, which in the Gumbaynggirr language means 2 path strong. And it's a series of 3 after-school learning centres with local Aboriginal youth. There's a couple of reasons why we asked the Ncie Life team to come up to Coffs for the learning centres. First of all, one of the biggest issues that we've got in terms of kids being able to access the learning centres is transport, and logistically it can be very difficult to run buses and all that type of thing. So what we're trying to do is encourage the kids to ride and get that sense of independence in riding to the learning centres, but also the fitness and the nutritional value of riding their bikes to and from school and that type of thing as well. And then secondly, we have some kids who don't necessarily understand the road rules that much.
Rules are, helmets have got to be on from the moment we start to the moment we finish. We can't take our helmets off.
They're going to be done up.
And it's quite stressful seeing them on the street, riding around, no helmet, no shoes sometimes. So we're trying to build in that road safety and that bike safety awareness with the kids as well.
But how many would sit here when you're riding a bike going past the parked cars?
Me.
Yes? Okay. What happens if that car...
this happens? Look out behind you.
You're
What happens if that happens?
That car door opens.
And then you just run it over.
You're going to go straight through it, and you're going to go straight through that glass if you're tall enough.
That's bad.
This week with the NCIE Life team's gone really well. We had a little bit of tough weather on Monday, which sort of put us back a little bit, but all in all we've had a really good week. The kids have really enjoyed it. Thankfully our roads and maritime services have come on board as well and supplied a whole heap of helmets and drink bottles for the kids.
You always got to wear helmets when you ride bikes. Yes, because I never used to have a helmet, now I do.
So all in all I think the week's gone really well, but hopefully it's just the start of something a lot bigger and better, and hopefully we can get some riding groups going so kids can ride themselves to and from school, to the learning centres and that type of thing. It's probably hard to pinpoint one exact moment, but probably the excitement on the kids' faces when they get to ride top line bicycles, top line equipment, and then coupled with that the provision of helmets and drink bottles. Just how excited the kids have been about that has been unreal. But in terms of actually riding, I'd say that my highlight would be out at Woolgoolga High School on Monday when we went down the sort of bush tracks down to Safety Beach. I came off coming down some stairs and nearly also ended up in the lake. And the kids just seeing how excited the kids were to ride the bikes and have a real dig and not be scared to fall off and have a bit of a stack. Probably that was a highlight for me. I reckon that the bike program in general is hugely effective for the kids, especially with the stuff that you offer in terms of breakfast kits and all that type of thing, and then nutritional information. It's unreal. For me, riding a bike was just something that I did with taking for granted as a kid, but unfortunately these days, given how busy the roads are, it's a little bit more difficult for kids these days. So I think just the thought for kids to ride to school, the healthy lifestyle of it, for me is just getting that message out there in itself is huge. Just like to thank the NCIE team for taking the time to come up with us this week and spend some time with the kids, and hopefully we can do it again sometime soon. And also thanks to RMS and all our other supporters as well. RMS supplied all the helmets and the drink bottles, so it's been an unreal week, and I'd just like to thank everyone for taking the time and believing in the program and believing in the kids.
Are you smoking around that baby again? What's wrong with you? You should know better than that.
Your habit affects more people than just you. Quit for yourself, quit for family, quit for life.
Our last segment is on just some key tips on staying healthy over the festive holidays, how to eat while we're out with the family.
There are so many delicious foods available, but do you know how to create a healthy meal? With the help of these traffic lights, you can start by dividing your food into 3 groups: green, amber and red. Green foods have lots of nutrients and very little fats and sugars, and only tiny amounts of additives and preservatives. Not only will green foods help you avoid gaining weight, but you can even go back for seconds. Amber foods contain larger amounts of sugar, salt, additives and preservatives. They have less nutritional value than green foods and will lead to weight gain. Red foods are the least healthy group. They have no nutritional value and contain very large amounts of sugar, salt, additives, preservatives and chemicals. Eat a healthy mix of food and avoid over-consuming the amber and red foods. Too much sugar in your meal is largely responsible for diabetes and heart disease. You can avoid sugar by exploring the natural sweetness of fruits. Too much salt in your food raises your blood pressure. High blood pressure can lead to strokes, dementia, kidney and heart disease. Too much saturated fats in your food increases the amount of cholesterol in your blood. High cholesterol increases the risk of inflammation in the arteries of your heart. When making your meal choices, pick a lot of green, a few amber and little to no red. Reds are a rare treat, like a slice of your birthday cake. Simple exercise, 30 minutes a day, will burn the energy of the food you eat and stop you gaining weight. So how do these traffic lights help you create a healthy meal? On all the packaged foods that you buy, there is a nutrition information panel. Here you will find a list of the amount of energy, fat, saturated fat, sugar and salt in 100 grams of Weet-Bix. Energy, fat, saturated fat, sugar and salt each have their own traffic light, which tells you if the quantity of those ingredients make your food green, amber or red. Let's look at the amount of salt in Weet-Bix. 290 milligrams of salt. Now let's look at the traffic light for salt. 290 milligrams is less than 300 milligrams, so that's a green light. How about sugar? 3.3 grams of sugar, also a green light. The fat? 1.4 grams of fat, another green light. Now for saturated fats. 0.3 grams of saturated fat, once again a green light. Energy, 1490 kilojoules, a red light. You now have the traffic lights of sugar, salt, fats, saturated fats and energy. You can see more green lights than other colours, so Weet-Bix is a green food. When you discover a red or amber food, always look for a healthier alternative. Some well-known breakfast cereals are a red food, compared to rolled oats, a green food, so ditch the sugary stuff and have a bowl of porridge instead. There is a fantastic free food app called Food Switch that you can get on your smartphone. You scan the barcode and Food Switch shows you the traffic lights for that food. It will also give you a list of similar foods that are healthier choices, so swapping to the healthier option is easy. If you are gluten intolerant, Food Switch can list healthy, gluten-free alternatives. If you have been diagnosed with or have family history of high blood pressure, kidney or heart disease and are trying to eat a low-salt diet, Food Switch will recommend low-salt alternatives. When you go shopping, scan all your favourite foods, find the healthy options and save a healthy shopping list on your smartphone. Share your shopping list on Facebook with your friends and family so that they too can benefit from a healthy lifestyle.
Okay, and is there anything else?
Yeah, I'll get a packet of my regular smokes too, please.
That's $23.20.
Well, I've only got $22.
$23.20.
How much does smoking really cost you? Quit for yourself, quit for family, quit for life.
On behalf of all the Life team here at the Ncie, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a safe holiday period. See you in 2015.
Thank you.